it started with a cat, really. My wife and I adopted our first like pet after we moved out. We're like, hey, I want a cat. And it was at a time, that we were traveling still a lot back and forth between my parents, and we go on vacation every now and then. So like, cat's a good starting point. And we're like, you're not like overly attached, so it's okay if you leave for a couple days. Well, that didn't last long. With my wife, she got pretty attached, and then I was like, okay, when we're going, she wants a way to monitor the cat. She, like, at least like a camera. I'm like, okay, we'll buy a camera. We'll leave it on the kitchen island, and like you'll be able to see the cat every now and then and know that he's doing all right. And then we're like, well, what if he's upstairs and what if he's in the basement? I was like, okay.
It's starting to escalate very quickly.
That's the problem. They have legs. Yeah.
Yep. So then we ended up with 3 cameras. And I was like, well, certainly leaving these out on the kitchen island is a little tacky. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna mount these, cameras. I thought it was discreetly, but it's a little big brothery, maybe, in the corner of, on the corner of like a wall near some cabinets. So like now she can, go in the app on the Real-Link cameras.
Yeah,
they have a pretty good integration in Home Assistant. So it's like, oh, this is
they're a
cool.
Works with Home Assistant partner, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're a proper Works with partner. So
yeah, I don't think at the time they were, but I did see that they joined, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's been great. The integration was great. But as things go, I outgrew that pretty fast, and I was like, all right, now I need actual cat detection. So I was like, where do I go now? And Frigate is a pretty awesome NVR that has like all these AI detections and cool like masking and zones. So basically now I have a camera on every floor in my house that is like trained to look for the cat, and I I have notifications. So if my wife's not home, it takes a snapshot and then it sends it to her with like the live notification, and it shows the little, the picture of him. And I think it's a live preview. It bugs out half the time and just shows a picture, but still kind of cool. And it says, hey, Guma is his name, was spotted on whatever floor. And that was just the start of that, because because then I got an automated feeder for when we left, and an automated water fountain. And what do you know? They all come into Home Assistant, and also the litter box too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wonder, for the cat tracking, like I know Reeling cameras now have local AI, so you don't necessarily need Frigate. You can have like, an animal was detected here. Have you thought about doing like almost like a room sensor for your cat, like maybe like an input select saying, okay, this camera last saw the cat down here, so therefore it's in the living room. And then you could go, hey, where's the cat? And then you'll be able to quickly see which camera last saw the cat and go, okay, she's upstairs or downstairs.
Yep, that's exactly how it works. So maybe I
Nice.
glanced over that, but yeah, it's like, so when it does that detection, it says, hey, Guma's in the basement. Guma's on the first floor.
Yeah.
He's on the second floor. And then I have all like the sensors from when he was fed, when he drank, and his weight from the litter box. So I made I had Claude cook a little bit on this one, and I'm not great at UI stuff, but I was like, hey, I have all these sensors, like I have like a page farm in Home Assistant, but I want to build like a custom card. So
Nice.
I set it on the task, and it was pretty big task because there's a ton of sensors at this point.
yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna create this card, and I'm also gonna like build all these assets, like these PNG assets that I'm also not a designer. So I said, give me the prompt for these assets, and I'll have ChatGPT make them. So I have this like dynamic card that has my cat in the top left, and he's got like different states. So if the water's low, it shows like a PNG of him looking thirsty or hungry, or like if the litter's full because it knows the litter level is low, it'll show like the litter robot has different states as well. There's PNGs for all of these, like the water fountain has a PNG with different states.
That's awesome.
And you can click into them. You can say the last time he ate, the floor he's on, does it need cleaned, and like you can press all the reset buttons on there. Like, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah. I heard the guy, I don't know, maybe it was 6 months ago, he came on here and talked about the cat tracking that he did.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is when I sent in my request. It's like I think I could talk about this myself. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of nerded out on just having something cool to track. I don't know how much value it provides, but it was definitely the gateway to get my wife to start using Home Assistant.
Well, yeah. So what products are you using to do things like the track, the litter tracking and all the feeders? Like, did you go specific products for Home Assistant, or it was just this actually does integrate with Home Assistant, so I don't have to worry about that?
Yeah, that was actually a little bit column A, a little bit of column B. So like I purchased first like the feeder because that was like the thing we needed when we left. He needed to be able to like have food for a day, and if we couldn't get somebody to come over. And that one I didn't even care. I was like, I'll buy the first one. Got lucky, and it integrated with Home Assistant because so many Wi-Fi connected things these days do. Somebody's written something in hacks, so that pulled in. And then after that, the litter box I probably would have gotten regardless if it was Home Assistant or not, but I did check and see that it like supported it, and I was like, oh, nice. It was Whisker is the litter box, like
nice
litter robot, I think 4. And then the feeder and the water fountain are both Pet Libro, I think. So at that point, I knew the water fountain was gonna work because the feeder worked, and I was like, I'll buy this one because I know it integrates. So definitely kind of cooked on that one. And then it's nice in Frigate, like you can set the zones, and my camera can see the countertop and the tabletop, so I put some zones on there. And I was like, if the cat goes on these, send me a notification because I'm gonna go shoo him off.
Like get the cat off the stove or something, or out of the sink.
I think the ultimate version of that would be like setting up some sort of like robot or something. I think I saw on YouTube somebody did that tracks their cat and like deters them, but
walks through, sprays some water.
Yeah. Or maybe you just need like a Sonos speaker there, right? Like as soon as this zone gets detected with a cat on there, like just yell at the cat, right?
Blast 100 decibel volume.
Drive your cat
down. So you mentioned just before there, like you're not sure what the value is there. Have you been able to use all these automations and like go away for a weekend and not stress about the cat, or been any situations where this has actually become useful?
No, that's actually that's a good question. And I think before it was as completed as it is now, we did have an instance where we left and we weren't aware that the plug had come undone on the feeder, and we were gone for like 2 days, I think. And I think at some point it came undone, and we didn't know, and we got back and we felt horrible. Thought my cat was going to be like laying on his side, tipped right over. He was fine. He was just really hungry.
Sure.
But ever since then, I was like, oh, okay, I need more automations. If this gets disconnected, send me an alert. But just seeing the fact that he's moving around up and down the floors and stuff is like a good indication, like, hey, everything's okay. I think he'll be all right either way. But it definitely, I think, is peace of mind for me and my wife. So